Alrighty, YouTube. Welcome back here. Appreciate y'all for watching this video as always. I'm a little bit late posting today. I was out today trying to get my car fixed to get ready for chasing on Tuesday. There's been some issues with it, so we'll get that fixed and solved as we get ready for next week's event to be getting ready here. I do want to start out by saying as well, I appreciate you guys for watching these videos. I've been trying to crank them out each day so y'all can watch them. Y'all subscribing to the channel here, getting this channel going, up and going from rock bottom all the way to the top is going to be a huge accomplishment. I really appreciate y'all. Once again, you guys have been an amazing family, an amazing team, and we will continue to pop out these videos as we go throughout the time. But let's go ahead and let's drop into what we're going to be looking at here over the next couple of days. And once again, today we have ongoing significant severe weather. This is going to be from the southern Wisconsin area all the way down here into Texas. And so Texas, just the last 2 days, strong tornadoes, violent tornadoes. We had a very large tornado yesterday in central Texas, just outside of the San Angelo area, and then the day before we had one outside of Abilene, Texas. So Texas, once again today, this is kind of like your second to last day. We'll have one more risk zone tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near what we're seeing today. We do have an enhanced risk of severe weather today. This is for strong tornadoes, EF2 or higher. There is that 10% hatched risk in that area. The Storm Prediction Center didn't even highlight any population areas in this or any cities in that 10% because it's so rural. So hopefully we'll keep, the worst of this out of the higher populated areas. We want to keep everybody safe, but if you live in those rural areas, just make sure you have weather preparedness plans through the rest of this afternoon. As severe weather is technically already ongoing. We've had a couple confirmed tornadoes today, so like I said, I'm late posting this as always. I'm sorry, guys. That slight risk does extend out as well into the western side of the Fort Worth area. That is a level 2 risk in that yellow color shading. That is a 5% and a 15 and 30% hatched hail risk. And then that green, dark green shading there, that marginal risk, Texas, Arkansas, northern Louisiana, eastern Oklahoma. We have a 5% chance of wind and hail in those areas. Not really a tornado risk. There's a small slide up there into northern and central Illinois for some wind. Really not too concerned about that as well. It's tomorrow as well. We'll have one little sliver of marginal risk up here towards eastern Ohio and into western Pennsylvania. This is for wind and hail as well. I'm not too concerned about that. Just be weather aware up there as always. And then we do have an added slight risk, gosh. Texas just not getting out of this at all, really until after tomorrow. But that slight risk for severe weather, this includes the western side of San Antonio, New Braunfels, eastern San Antonio. If you're in that area tomorrow, we'll have a second round of storms push through that could bring a couple tornadoes potentially on the weaker side, some damaging winds and some large hail. And then that marginal risk is out for all storms that come through tonight. Into the overnight hours through tomorrow morning, we could have some heavy rainfall once again here into the Ozarks, into the Gulf of Mexico states. So that's something we'll be watching for. It is Monday, and like I said, I've been hinting at this, I don't know, for 6 to 7 days now, I think, at this point. A tornado outbreak is more than likely going to be a huge possibility on Monday, as we already have a marginal slight and enhanced risk of severe weather. The Storm Prediction Center already issuing as well the fact that we're going to have future outlooks upgraded here, so I'd expect a moderate risk to be issued, and I would not even rule out a high risk, guys. We've not had a high risk of severe weather yet this year. I think last weekend should have been high risk, but it wasn't. That is their issuance on that, not mine. If it would have been me issuing it, I would have issued it. That's just my opinion on it. The tornado potential was definitely there for a high risk, and so, they issued the moderate off of the 15% tornado risk last weekend and the 45% hatched hail risk, and we didn't even get hail that was 45% hatched criteria, so it happens. But definitely, if you're in Oklahoma, northern Texas, into Kansas for sure, and southern Nebraska, central Nebraska, western Missouri, western Arkansas, western Iowa there as well, be weather aware. Monday is a day to stay home, especially if we get a moderate or a high risk. I'm pretty sure there's a state of emergency that gets issued for people that are in high risk zones. I'm not too sure on that, but if we go and we look at the categories, all modes of severe weather are going to be possible, not even possible, the word likely. This is such a dynamic system that we're going to be dealing with. We're going to be talking about instability galore, dew points. I mean, everything you need for a perfect tornado outbreak to happen will be there for Monday's risk. And that will continue into the rest of the week, and we'll talk about that later on as well. But Monday looks to be the worst day out of the whole entire week as far as significant severe weather goes. We will be live on TikTok as well for this event, just to let you guys know here on the YouTube channel. So make sure you guys, if you're new to here, you do follow me on TikTok as well. It is Mezzomat on there. But we will get this outlook updated tonight at 1 a.m. And I'm very interested to see. We will probably go moderate with this already, which if this does go moderate tonight and we still have one more day to go, I would not rule out that 60% high risk happening. So as we go into day 4, this will be now on Tuesday. We have a slight risk of severe weather into the Ozarks, includes eastern Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas here. You got a little bit of northern Tennessee, western Kentucky, all of Indiana, all of Illinois, eastern Missouri, parts of Iowa, parts of Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio. This looks to be an upgraded risk zone potentially as well. We could see an enhanced, maybe even a moderate if the conditions continue the way they're going with some of the models. Really not anything's going to be ruled out. This is going to be more, I think, on Tuesday, a wind and hail threat. We'll definitely have a tornado risk in place with this, with a low-level jet right around 45 knots potentially in some of these areas out of the southwest. But definitely going to be watching this. I will be out chasing probably either in southern Indiana or Illinois on Tuesday, so do look here on YouTube for my chasing. It will more than likely be happening on here. If we do hit that donation goal on TikTok, I always do that for my viewers, so you guys know how I work with that. And then as we go into Wednesday, a bigger risk zone, and Wednesday also has the keying hint of a couple upgraded risk zones, potentially in the Ohio Valley, and I'm not going to be too specific on that yet because we're still a couple days out. If we get an enhanced upgrade over the next day or so early, I'll start to be concerned about that model trend being correct as far as a higher upgraded risk zones. But as of right now, we have a level 2 risk out of 5 in Texas, Arkansas, Eastern, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee on our Wednesday time frame. And all modes of severe weather, once again, are going to be possible. Wednesday also looks to be a pretty significant day for severe weather with the trends that we're seeing. We don't have a day 6. We don't have a day 7 yet. I do expect those to be issued. They'll probably be somewhere along the mid-Atlantic and down here into the Tennessee Valley area and southeast on Thursday and Friday. As that boundary shifts down a little bit further south, we'll be watching this very, very, very closely for you guys as far as that significant severe weather event is going to go. What does the what does the European model kind of look like? Right, let's go look at our trough. Right, let's go look at our 500 millibar trough. And if you're looking right here, right now, right, it's pretty quiet with the exception of this little disturbance in this southwesterly trough that we've got going on here. This is why that severe weather's been ongoing here in Texas. It should be pushing off here pretty soon after we get through tomorrow. And then if you guys look on the left side of the screen, this is our big outbreak maker right here. This is a very, very strong and negatively tilted trough that'll be working its way in through the west coast tonight, through tomorrow. And then as we get into the Monday time frame, you see a very, very interesting setup here. What you were watching, this is going to be around 21Z, so right around 3, 4 o'clock on Monday. You've got a very, very strong negatively tilted trough, and then if you look at your winds go vertical, you have that wind direction change with height. This is where that significant tornado risk and likely of a tornado outbreak is going to be highly possible throughout Kansas, Nebraska, and Oklahoma on Monday. And so what this is going to do is bring in instability, high dew points. Temperatures will be there because of the ridge that we're going to have in place that we've been having in place over the last couple of days. This just sets the stage for just a widespread outbreak. And once again, guys, my heart goes out to anybody that's been in these areas over the last couple of days. It's been relentless, but we're going to do this one more time, at least as of right now on Monday. And this could be the big one. This could be the worst one that we've had in quite some time, potentially, with some of the model agreements that we're seeing. As we go into Tuesday, you see this jet stream kind of shift a little bit more north. You're going to get that low to kind of sit over parts of the Dakotas. So we're going to kind of watch this, but you're also going to get a surface low that develops up here into the northern Midwest here. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring in a little bit more stronger instability. You'll have your high dew points already in place as well. This is going to set the stage for that significant severe weather on Tuesday, where I think we could have a little bit of that tornado risk, that hail and damaging wind risk as well. Like I said, you can still see that low sitting up there as well. And then that surface low moves, and watch what happens on Wednesday. That low that came through on Monday that's been swirling up here over the Dakotas, it latches back onto our jet stream and reorganizes and develops through Wednesday and Thursday, where I think that little bit brighter colors that you're seeing there, those upper level and mid-level winds there pushing around 70 to 75 knots, could reinforce the atmosphere, and we could get a damaging wind, tornado risk, hail risk here in the Ohio Valley. And Wednesday looks to be the more significant day in the Ohio Valley as of now. That jet stream then gets pushed south. It goes more zonal once again over the Mississippi, Alabama area, where we could have significant severe weather on Thursday and Friday. So we have a jammed-packed week of significant severe weather. And this is probably the first time I've covered 6 days, maybe 7 or 8 days in a row of significant severe weather. So definitely something we're going to be watching. And then the Euro trending to more of a quieter trend, hopefully, as we go through that May 13th to May 20th time frame. We'll just watch it and see. We're going to have to start having the hurricane conversation soon as well, because things will start to kind of brew in the tropics a little bit. I do want to show you guys another thing here. And this is going to be those dew points, right? Dew points are a huge factor when it comes to significant severe weather. Now, as we go to the Monday setup, you can see right along the dry line here is where we're going to have a lot of forcing. You'll have your low up north. This is the initiation period where your dew points are sitting in the mid to upper 60s. Could have some 70s on the Texas Red River line here in Oklahoma. But this is a significant severe weather maker potentially on the way here. And as we go into Tuesday, you would think that this would just kind of go east off the United States by like Tuesday or Wednesday. No, this is going to sit here. Remember, our jet stream goes from negatively tilted to zonal, and that is going to continue to supply our moisture, our upper level winds, our low level winds, our low level winds as well, and then our instability to support severe weather day after day after day. So this is a multi-day severe weather outbreak. And then finally, you'll get that little surface low that comes through on Tuesday night. And then we'll get one more that reorganizes and develops on Wednesday. And then this starts to push its way southeast on Thursday and Friday, where we could see a little bit maybe of another storm potentially come through the following week. But I think it's going to be more of a quieter trend potentially as far as that goes. Guys, I don't even have to show you the instability to know that we're going to have it. But the instability for next week is going to be off the charts. There you go on your Monday time frame there across the central plains, instability pushing 35 to 4,500, and then this moves into the Ohio Valley where we just have ample instability, ample instability for significant severe weather to unfold from Texas all the way up to Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, Illinois. I mean, you guys name it, it's just going to be rounds, and then this starts to kind of go its way southeast as that boundary goes south as well. So the longer that boundary is in place up north and where our warm front is higher up north, the more continuing of severe weather potential that there will be as far as that goes. I do want to show you guys another thing as well. Let's go talk about the low level jet, because people want to know about that tornado risk, right? And so as we go into Monday here as well, this is around Monday 21Z, you start to see that low-level jet right around 25 to maybe 45, 50 knots here along the central plains. So this is going to be where that low-level jet really starts to rotate those storms with height. If you go down here towards Oklahoma, you can see that southwesterly flow to more of a northerly flow. So like I said, where that tornado potential I think is going to be more at is Oklahoma and Kansas, maybe a little bit of southern Nebraska as far as that goes Monday, and then this shifts into the Ohio Valley on that Tuesday time frame where we have a little bit of a weak low level jet, but I think it's going to be just enough to support that significant maybe tornado risk, maybe a 10-15% hatch tornado risk. I don't know what's going to happen yet. Just kind of giving you guys what we could see in this area along Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio on Tuesday. And then as we go into Wednesday, we'll have that a low officially come through again where we could see a little bit more of a decent low level jet, maybe over Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and into the Ohio Valley, Kentucky area there as well. And that pushes east, and then we're pretty much done with it at that point. So that's really what I've got for you guys. I'm going to show you all one more thing here, just kind of give an idea of what this could look like on the European run. We'll start to get those short range models into play tomorrow, which is some good news. We'll start to be able to see what this looks like. You can really see, we already showed you guys Monday what it's going to look like. We'll have that super cellular threat, and then it goes linear potentially as it goes east overnight. Then as we go into Tuesday, we'll see this convection along that surface low developing just rounds and rounds of storms and significant severe weather that will be possible throughout the Ohio Valley on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then this pushes out on Friday. So I will have another video for you guys tomorrow morning for Sunday. We should be a little bit calmer tomorrow. I can be able to have a lot more of an in-depth conversation with you guys on here about what's going to be happening. Do look for live streams as well. Down the road here, we will be live streaming for this whole event. And the exception of Tuesday, I'll probably be chasing, depending on where the risk zone is at. But I appreciate y'all for watching this. Make sure you have weather radios, have your preparedness plans, go over this with your kiddos, have a way to be prepared. Because if you're not prepared when something happens, it catches you off guard and then you're screwed. So we don't want to see that happen to anybody. I want to keep you guys safe, as I always try to do my best of. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's video or on the stream tonight. I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay safe, weather aware, and I will see y'all later.